The lighting's a little bit intense, but this is I made Vulcan's hammer using stripped electrical wire, trying to make it look like it's Thor's hammer, kind of effect. Mm, the Primarch of the salamanders. Actually, that's a pretty good focus right there. Focus, focus. Zap, zap. Pretty cool, huh? All right. Sound check. Everybody can hear me? Someone sound off. I guess I could check it myself. Oh, I got it. Okay, we're good. All right. I don't. It's late. I won't be able to stay on very long, but I just started a new job. And I'm training for competition on February 28th, Southern California. I still don't have the address. I have it in an email, but I don't know what it is offhand. I took so much time off, I'm not used to working anymore, and I've just been coming home from work and pretty much crashing. I'm going to do some lightweight horseshoe squats for stretching. Open the hips up. Boom, 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 boom. Mixed martial artist. What's going on, man? Work has been awesome. Um, they they already asked me if I wanted to come on permanently, which either shows how incompetent they are, like asking Dillinger to guard the bank. You know what I mean? But no, they seem really happy. I get mixed messages from people. I have a tendency to read between the lines, but the sense that I get is that they're in way over their heads, and this large company purchased this small company, and the small company is a environmental disaster, and I'm not even being hyperbolic when I say that. So when I showed up on site, I did a super thorough inspection. And then I made this huge list of shit they needed to do to abate everything with state and regulatory. And they pretty much looked at me and they're like, "Can you fix all this stuff?" I'm like, "Oh, you want me to do it?" Yeah, if you give me some help. But yeah, no, I mean, I'm back, man. Uh, I went right into the frying, or right out of the what is it? Out of the frying pan into the fire. It's kind of one of those make or break you kind of things. There's two outcomes. I'm gonna crash and burn miserably, or I'm gonna succeed and increase the quality of my life and my family's life. And so they put up with a lot of bullshit over this last 6 months, and I think they deserve to, you know, even if I worked 3 or 4 months, I could bring home more than I made last year, and they could at least, maybe take some of that money, go on a trip, buy some nice stuff, just like, live it up a little bit. That's my goal. That use my pain and suffering so that they can have some fun because they deserve it. My knee's kind of giving me a little. There we go. I guess I could just probably put a lifting sleeve on. Yeah, it's a little tight. Let's do that. It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood. A beautiful day for our neighbor. Would you be mine? This is called dynamic stretching. So when you get in the horseshoe squat, in order for you to go ass to grass, it completely stretches the hips, hamstrings, and you have the added benefit of adding resistance to the movement. Yep. Get all the joints moving. Whew. We got awesome sauce. What's up? You're proud of me. What did I do? Thank you, though. We got... And what? Oh, shit. I'm losing it. Here we go. Oh. I'm about to lose my laptop. Whew. Whew. What the hell that was about. Okay. Oh. Johnny Doe. We got incapable, Amit Gels. Today we rehab. Yeah, I'm gonna do some shoulders. So I busted out the camber bar, get a little extended range of motion. But I wanted to use the do a little bit of dynamic stretching for the hips. Ooh, I'm already out of breath. How sad is that? My cardio needs work. You know, this always happens when I start doing heavy lifting. When I'm training for powerlifting competition, my cardio goes. I don't really focus on it unless I have to lose some weight. So we're gonna do some cardio today. Let me see. So Bob, I don't know if you noticed this, but I'm doing a variation of a squat that requires an extreme amount of balance, but it really hits your calves. So essentially, it does. You don't really need a lot of weight. You'd be surprised. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come up on my toes. Like I'm trying to do calf raises. I'm gonna squat. Boom. Now it's tricky down here because of balance. I'm gonna stay up as high as you can on them for as long as you can. This will also help bulletproof your knees because it hits the patella pretty hard. It's nice and slow. Open those hips. Open the taint. Whew. So right now my tibialis, my calves are on fire. I have little tiny bitch calves, but they're like literally made of steel. Biceps doing okay. It's still malformed. Look at that. Do. Am I an AI? Are any of us real? No empathy? What are we talking about, baby? My wife says, Christina says, wow, no empathy. I'm not sure what you mean. Don't forget leg day. Kevin says, don't forget leg day. Really? I've never... You have to train legs when you're a power lifter? I had no clue, dude. I'm so glad you came here to tell me that. So how should I train my legs? I love it when dumb motherfuckers come onto some random person's page. They don't know a thing about them. They say stupid shit like don't forget leg day. And if you like go to my page, hit that little bubble, the first fucking thing you see is me squatting 605 pounds for reps. So if you can't even walk 605 pounds out of a squat rack, I don't really need your help with leg day. But thank you. You should train legs. I had no idea. I don't even know how I can walk. I had to crawl out here using my arms that just sort of flopped into a standing position. Fucking asshole. God damn it, I love YouTube. Ooh, that's the hard part, is balance. Whoa. Ooh, that burns. Whew. You douchebag. Hold on here. Don't forget leg day, and that's not a smart comment. You are right about that. Should do more hip thrusts. Oh, actually, hip thrusts are good, but actually, they kind of did a comparative study side by side with movements like Henderson squats, deadlifts, and hip thrusts are like they're a good alternative if you can't deadlift, but you don't get. I would say maybe. I'm trying to remember what the graph said, but it was like something like maybe 60% of the activation. So deadlifts are king. If you have access to a belt squat or one of those, what do they call those? Louis Simmons, oh Bob, what is that machine that Louis Simmons came up with? The pendulum swingy, works the posterior chain. Reverse hyper, yeah. But yeah, nothing beats deadlifting. Some people can't deadlift though, so hip thrusts are good. It's also kind of like a bang for the buck thing because most people can't really load up enough weight to, properly do the exercise. And when you start getting to weights that are appropriate, a lot of people have a hard time balancing properly through the range of motion. But that being said, because it is a difficult lift and it requires coordination, it's good to have in the rotation. Just it works, the more the merrier. Brandon Fraser, that's a new one. I've been compared to Schmeagol. Somebody called me a Timu Kiefer Sutherland. I thought that was pretty good. Brandon Fraser, before or after? Any advice? I'm 22 and my dirty knee grows. That's clever. When you're sitting on the toilet, how long did it take you to think of that one? I like trolls. We encourage them. But god damn it, do any of you motherfuckers have an IQ above 60? NXT wrestler here. What's up? Check the old page out. Jaken's Bacon. Let's check Jason's channel out. Oh, we got the Powerpuff Girls. Sweet. Oh, don't have any content. Bummer. Brock Lesnar. Oh. I don't know. Brock is an ugly man. Like something about his chest that just looks like he's got like a perfectly chiseled square pectoral muscles with just a hint of gynecomastia. Is it racist for a white person to want to live primarily around other white people? I don't know. Is it racist? I mean, define racism. Racism is generally discrimination against another race of people, and that usually entails superiority or, somehow assigning yourself as higher or better than. Now, you can discriminate. You discriminate when you date people. You discriminate when you go out to a restaurant. You discriminate when you drive in traffic. So we discriminate every day. I think discrimination is just using your best judgment to keep yourself out of situations that could potentially cause you harm. So, if you're asking me what's racist, I don't fucking know. Like, I'll tell you what, when I'm walking down the street, I see a group of, 16 to 18-year-old men coming at me and they're all doing their thing. I don't really care what color they are. I'm probably going to be crossing the street. But yeah, no, I mean, like, use your best judgment. If you feel unsafe, and generally speaking, we're gregarious by nature, but it is, if we go all the way back, you want to get into, like, we've always been tribal, and we always feel comfortable around people that look like us. I think that's just ingrained. But food for thought. If you look up a map of the world right now, go to Google and type in map of the world by skin color, you're going to come up with a map that generally shows the closer to the equator you are, the darker your skin is, and the farther away from it you are, the lighter your skin is. So if you use a little bit of what Sherlock Holmes liked to call deductive reasoning, one could come to the conclusion that we're all the same race, and the color of your skin is largely dependent on how close you are to that giant fireball. And over a period of time, with that little adaptative genetic shit that we got going on that creates variances, probably adapted us to live in the climates that we were born and raised in. And, if you look at what was the genetic bottleneck after the, now we're going back into paleontology. This takes me back to 25 years ago when I was one of a sanctimonious prick that took Psych 101 and thought I was Sigmund Freud. What was the event where the genetic diversity amongst human beings, we were almost wiped out as a species, and we went from millions to thousands, and since then we repopulated the earth. And it was a couple different studies where they were looking at how close we are related to each other, and if you look at the entirety of the human species, based on that narrow little window, we're all pretty much fucking each other's brothers and sisters by comparison. It's like, we're all inbred as fuck. But we're also tribal. I mean, I wouldn't even say it's race. I would say it's more demographics. For example, my next door neighbor is a Latino. He prefers to be called Mexican because he's, oh my God, racist from fucking Mexico. Who knew, right? It's the only race. It's the only population on Earth where if you say someone's Mexican, it sounds like you're being racist. But I digress. Mexican, we have Pacific Islander, we got the honky motherland this over here. We got a good diverse group of people. I have way, way, way more in common than my neighbor who throws a siesta every Saturday night and is playing what sounds to me like polka music. I have way more in common with him than I do some rich white billionaire that owns Tesla, if that makes sense. So you run into problems when you start putting people in boxes and categorizing them by their immutable attributes, like skin color or penis length, or, pick something that you couldn't choose and you were born with. But that's by design. If you look at it, like, any of you guys actually read Marx and Engels? That whole Das Kapital, anti-capitalism, communist bullshit, and how we organized the revolution. You got the proletariat versus the bourgeois, and you gotta kill all them fucking farmers that own a cow because they're oppressing the people that don't. You eat the grandparents, exile all the fighting age males, and rape slave the leftover women and children. I guess that's the plan. Well, after World War II, they basically thought that we would have the same revolution here in America. The proletariat would rise up and overthrow our capitalist overseers. But what happened was you could actually support a family doing pretty much simple labor. You could go work at a factory and install widgets on a F-14, and you could work there for 20 years, retire, buy a small house, fucking shit out 4.5, 5 kids, and keep it going, right? So that didn't work. The middle class had it too good, and we had a growing middle class. The American dream. So since they couldn't use class warfare, they had to switch it to some sort of different ideology, and as it turns out, we're pretty dumb as fuck, so they use racism, sexuality, gender, all the bullshit, and they keep us opposed. They keep us fighting each other. Meanwhile, they're laughing all the way to the bank, brothers and sisters. Amen. Can I get a hell yeah? And Americans don't read history books, and they're generally dumb as fuck. And most of them, they can tell you what they're against, but they can't tell you why, and they certainly can't tell you how to fucking fix it. Oh, let's overthrow the capitalists. Okay, and then what? You want to, starve on a fucking cannibal island in some gulag? Awesome. Good plan. Communism's worked really well so far. What are they, 0-9? They talk about, oh my God, religion. How many people did the Christians murder when they went to the Middle East? Maybe 1/10% of what communism killed, all in the last 100 years. The religion of peace, yeah, right. It's so anyone that follows my channel, you guys know that I used to study theology. With mythology, theology. You got the Quran, you got the Bible. I'm not saying what I believe or don't believe in, but when I study them objectively, it could be fucking Twilight on the shelf, or right next to Harry Potter and the Bible and the Quran, and I got the Book of Mormon. Talk about some bad fucking comedy. We got books on Shintoism. I got epics like Journey to the West, Chinese, Roman, Greek mythology, Norse religions. I'm a big fan of the Norse religions, and we would study the archetypes that were passed down from generation to generation. Starting back with the Sumerians and Gilgamesh, and people would say, well, each book retells the same story and over again. But I was more interested into not if something was borrowed from the past, but why it kept persisting. Why do these truths, why do we keep seeking these archetypes, like the hero's journey, Luke Skywalker, I'm your father, that kind of thing? What draws us to that? And as I was studying, I noticed two things that kind of got me interested in Christianity. One, the Bible was the only book where I kept seeing historical accuracy and precedent. And two, the Quran was the only book of all of them, mythology, any book you could think of related to religion. It was the only one that said essentially if you can't convert, you kill or enslave. And they are subhuman and they're yours to do with what you wish, the infidel. That's in the book. That's in their book. They could talk about the religion of peace all they want, and as close as it's tied to the Abrahamic religion, and it almost mirrors the Old Testament verbatim for a good majority of it. That one little portion about that jihad kind of tells you all you need to know. I understand, like, not all Christians go to church on Sundays, and some Mormons drink, and I'm sure some Muslims don't really follow the Quran, but you know, if you're like Christians, a lot of guys go to church on the weekends and they don't even fucking read the Bible. They have no idea what the hell that guy's talking about. They're just there listening to the priest, and hopefully they're gonna, you know, hit on the neighbor before they go home. Maybe wink at, you know, whatever. It's a social gathering. What I'm saying is, there's a lot of people that practice the faith of Christianity that have no fucking clue what it's even about. Well, I'm sure it's the same thing with the Nation of Islam. I'm sure a lot of those people here in the United States going to the mosques are very much peaceful, just like you and me. They're probably trying to get by, support a family, and just do what they need to do, right? But if you point that little part out, it's kind of like bringing up Catholic priests and children to Christians. You bring up that little part in the Quran where it says you can murder and rape anybody who doesn't comply with your ideology, and yeah, see where the conversation goes. Ask them to explain that portion of the book. It's just one little, you know, paragraph I got a problem with. Maybe we could help me out understanding this. And that answers why places like London, they could throw acid in a white chick's face and then, you know, rape and beat her to death and leave her for dead and not feel any remorse, because according to their own holy book, there's nothing to be remorseful about. They're subhuman and you're just doing your thing. Might as well be fucking a goat. Did I wear those earrings in the Marines? Yeah, sure did. Or in Sweden, they can raise the rape rate by 60%. Well, and then the other argument, like if you want to talk about, and I'm not necessarily trying to even advocate for Christianity, although I am a Christian and I would advocate for Christianity. We're talking objectively, just like it's any other book that you would find on a shelf at a bookstore. You just picked it out and you're like, oh, what's this about? If you look at the demographics, just go by quality of life in Christian nations and Muslim nations, and you go by quality of life, standard of living, how old the average lifespan is, and things like, oh, I don't know, IQ, where in Islam it's perfectly fine to marry your first cousin, and it's often encouraged. They're literally breeding retards. They are breeding the dumbest motherfuckers that have ever walked the earth. And that's provable. You can look at the statistics. I mean, what were they talking about? In Ethiopia, the average IQ was 60? I mean, I hope I'm wrong on that. I heard that on when I was watching YouTube today. It was, who's that guy? He was saying that, he said that I would need to verify that. But one thing I can verify is, like, a lot of the countries are trending underneath 70. And I'm here to tell you, if you have a 70 IQ, you're probably one of my trolls. Probably took you about 2 or 3 hours to spill that sentence out that you thought was going to be a real zinger, only for me to read it out loud and stare at you like, yeah, okay, thanks for sharing. Now, so Ryan, I'm not arguing about whether or not Christianity is right or wrong. Like I said, I'm a Christian. I believe that to be true. But for the sake of the argument, I'm just trying to, for people that don't follow the faith or are not sure, I encourage them to just pick the book up and read it like it's any other book. You know, like try to be as objective as possible and make your own mind up. And if anybody's really interested in what Christianity, in my opinion, should be about, I would say get rid of the Old Testament completely and just read the first 4 chapters of the New Testament and, try to compare where they're similar and different. And that'll, if you make it through all 4 of those chapters and you're still interested in learning more at the end of that, you're probably a Christian. If you're not, well, I'll pray for you. Yeah. Islam in Africa, RIP educations. 67 in certain regions of Africa. That's fucking nuts. Think about that. 67. If you can't even you can't join the Marines. You think we're stupid. 67. You don't give that guy a rifle. You give him a potato peeler, and you go tell him to stand in the corner, and you put fucking oven mitts on him with duct tape, and tell him to try not to hurt anybody. Are you still playing the skin flute every goddamn night? Mike Hoochie smells. Hell, the trolling's getting better. All right, Bobby, what we're doing? Presses? I used to never talk about religion and politics, or as little. I mean, not in my live streams. But lately, I don't know what's changed, but ever since Trump got in office, like, people are just not holding back their opinions anymore. Like, ever since the whole COVID thing, and like, we're just fucking sick to death of acting like we agree with people that are fucking retarded. America's a nasty imperialistic country. Compared to what? Mr. Meow Ford. Compared to what? What are we comparing it to? I love it when Muslims call us imperialistic. How could you fucking say that with a straight face? All you gotta do is take a fucking overhead shot of Europe with an SR-72 and fucking... They call us imperialistic. Our government might be, but I've never moved to anyone's fucking front door and just helped myself to their cookies and ladies. Threw acid on them, fucking shit in their sidewalk, and then made my tent in their front yard. But I can tell you who's doing it currently. And they talk about, well, America had slavery. Yeah, we were the first to fucking abolish it, dumbass. You know who still has fucking slavery to this day? Then you ask something dumb like, oh, how did those slaves happen to get on those ships to begin with? Like, explain to me how they went from their peaceful little villages, playing with the lions and the tigers, to being in America. So what happened in between that? How'd that happen? Was it voluntary? How'd they get on them boats? They never talk about that. That's why I have chosen to express my thoughts more. I'm sick of the nonsense. Hell yeah. Vietnam whooped all y'all's asses. I don't know who the fuck you're talking about. I wasn't alive during that shit. Oh no, I was born in 74. Vietnam? Have you ever met a Vietnamese person? What am I like? Am I cheering for the Bears? Like, we won. Well, remember you playing for them. Who the fuck's y'all? Yeah, where are you from there, Dr. Meowford? I mean, I asked you 2 very specific questions. You said America's basically a shithole. I said, compared to what? You didn't answer. You said, now you're saying that I'm supposed to be, like, bent up about Vietnam? Okay. What country are you from? Let's see what your fucking winning record is there. Are you on Gears? Yes. Lost Village People member. Yeah. They got them on the boat using guns. Who's they? That's the question. Now, we need to be specific. I look like the Tiger King. That's awesome. I love me some Tiger King. That fucking guy's great. He's from America. Then why is he saying y'all? Like, what was he retired? He must be, he's one of those 67 IQ guys, huh? Okay. Do you like to make love to goats, Mr. Ford? Are you the Mutton King? I feel so guilty for saying this, but I genuinely believe that if women were not allowed to vote, America would be significantly better off for it. you want my real opinion, I think if you don't have skin in the game, meaning you don't produce or you don't serve in some capacity, you don't add to the value of the country, you shouldn't have a vote. So if you've lived your entire life off the government and you're using my taxes to pay for your fucking yeah, that's my hot take. But, I don't know. Don't white people literally down? Don't white people literally lie down with the pit bulls? I'm not sure how that's an insult or what that means. Maybe you can expound on that. A lot of people expressing their thoughts more. Calm down, American thief. Thomas, if you're gonna insult me, you gotta kind of like do it in a way that's understandable. Like no one knows what the fuck you're talking about. So you be a little more specific. Mr. Pitbull Graper. I don't know what the. I don't understand what you're insinuating. I will show you my pit bull if you want. I've got two dogs. One of them looks like your mother. She's a big old hairy bitch. Don't you got an OnlyFans video to shoot? I'll tell you what, if they'd pay me, I would. Yep, I thought I could make money showing you my feet. I'd fucking do it in a heartbeat, baby. Can you train me at gym? Um, that pitbull is your blood relative. Again, the insults. You got, dude. Okay, slow down. I know you're triggered. Breathe. Don't type. Just, I know you're trying to really get me. Mic drop, but you're not. You're not really being effective here. So breathe. Now, be coherent. Think of something that you think would actually insult me. Then think about it for a minute. Like, if I told you you look gayer than 9 guys trying to fuck 10 guys, or you're the mailman would have been your dad, but the dog beat him over the fence, or something like your mom's so ugly they had to tie a meter on her neck so the dog would lick her or something. Like saying like I don't know what you're trying to insult me with. Like I don't understand your diction, your cadence, or your dialect. In other words, you speak retard, and I can't discern what your intentions are. So breathe, type a sentence out, maybe read it to yourself, and say, "Would this offend me?" Actually, probably would because you're dumb. I just slow it down, like marinate. Give yourself 5 minutes. Maybe go online, look up some, rant comics, steal a joke. So, you know what I mean? Like you need help. I'm trying to help you. If you're gonna be a troll, if that's what you're gonna do, you're gonna go on YouTube and be a troll, and you're not good at it. What are you fucking doing with your life? And we're gonna keep reading your comments because they're sad, and I get amusement from it. You're Indian. Well, welcome from India. I got a lot of Indian friends. I ain't never trying to mic drop an American with negative IQ LFMAO. Are you really? So, if you are indeed LFMAOOO and you truly believe that that's the singer that's gonna get me, I ain't never trying to. An American with negative IQ. That's no. I'm sorry, bro. Like, dude, slow down. Like, you're getting yourself worked up, and you're just making yourself look dumber. Like, nobody's laughing with you; they're laughing at you. Okay, so just take a breather. I was gonna put you in a timeout and let you catch up, but I'll let you keep going if you think you got something. We're talking about Thomas Meow. He's been really trying to like insult me, but it's just not. Sad. What's a good ab workout? My wife. No. Honestly, squats and deadlifts. Anything full body compounds. If you want to isolate abs, one of the ones I really like to do. I like to do movements that engage the core dynamically. So you got your ab wheel, which is ubiquitous. These are pretty good. This is actually a really good shoulder movement too, especially if you really focused on lifting with just the shoulders and isolating it as opposed to pulling with the back. Planks. Planks are really good, but this one you can really hit the obliques with. And then another one I like to do using the parallel bars is I like to do a push-up into, gotta warm up for those. Those are good. But what's really good is like squats and deadlifts. You want to go heavy, so for like a good target for men is like 2 times body weight, and you're really hammering the core. Zercher squats. I like it better than like doing ab isolation movements because it's really about core strength. Whew. Alpaca asphalt says I can see your tit. Ma, milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. Damn right, it's better than yours. I teach you, but I have to charge. So, privacy reasons, I can't argue with you, I guess. I can't say you're wrong. Brent, what's up? Hell yeah, back in the groove with it. Albino, did you get that? Albino. I'm not seeing the comment. All right. How can I stop being a fat pussy? Be a fat dick. Yeah, the last one was a little difficult. I'm not warmed up for those. I gotta get the shoulders going. What you guys don't understand is I'm really hard to insult because I was adopted and my mother doesn't love me. So coming from that, what are you gonna say? I think we have found father of Beavis. Oh, there's a Gen X. Damn. Sojourner telling us how old you are, busting out the Beavis and Butthead. I like your vibe a lot. Thank you, Alpaca. I appreciate that. Beavis and Butthead. Does anybody in the chat even know who he's referring to? Wait, think about it. Yeah. TV for my bunghole. What was the little dance he did? Shit, I don't even remember. God damn it, Bobby. Hey, we got 0311. Haywood. Fuck, proud Pogue in the house, motherfucker. Semper Maratus. Always retarded. I like the camber bar because it gives you an extra 4 inches range of motion, so you get a nice stretch at the end of it. But you also kind of got to be careful. So a lot of people say, "Well, it's not safe for your shoulders." Yeah, if you've never done these before and you slam it down, you're gonna blow your shoulder out. But if you start training from the get-go, lightweight, you will bulletproof your shoulders. So when somebody tells me I'm going to get hurt doing something, I always tell them, don't put your voodoo hex on me, motherfucker. Just because you were allowed to remain in the gene pool doesn't mean my offspring are going to be weak. TV for my bunghole, hell yeah. Why is the sky blue? Because God loves the infantry. Who could take your grandma, throw her off a cliff, race her to the bottom and fuck her for she's stiff? The infantry can. Natty. No. I'm artificially flavored, but I'm fat free. There's no trans fat. Who could take a baby, nail it to a board, spin it around by its umbilical cord? The infantry can. There's no who can take your mama, put a pack upon her back, fuck her in the ass when she has a heart attack. The infantry can. But that was, see, now that Pete Hegseth is in the office, hopefully we'll get that infantry back, because for a while there, I think in the late to early 2000s, we weren't allowed to sing cadence that was questionable. You couldn't be mean when you were singing about stuff. You could get offended. Hey, drugs are a lot of good for you, white boy. Drugs are a lot good for you, white boy. Drugs are a lot good for you, white boy. What does that mean? I am white. Thanks for noticing. See, I was adopted, so I'm not sure. I've never met my parents. So for the longest time, I thought I was Chinese. But thanks to you, I now see that I'm white. So let's take a look at Twins Fitness. He thinks he could be a racist. Let's have some fun with this motherfucker. Because his IQ's low, so it should be easy. Oh, you fucking racist piece of shit. You're dumber than dirt, dude. First of all, if you're going to be a troll on my channel, I demand proper diction. Proper diction, parlance, declarative sentence. Use grammar, goddammit. Because we can't understand you. So, should I report you for being racist? Nah, stick around. You're not smart enough to offend me. I want to see what you cook up. Take a few minutes, try to come up with something offensive. I don't, I'm, the race thing, you gotta come at me with a different direction. Dude, you could have, there's so many ways you could have went. Look at my fucking hair. Do you see what I'm dressed? Look at these shorts. These are indefensible. I'm giving you comedy gold here, people. And he calls me white boy? God damn it, you are fucking disappointing. I bet your mother doesn't love you. And I know you don't know who your dad is. Valhalla, what's up? I got racists with sub 70 IQs trying to offend me. I'm having fun with them. You said you're adopted. Yes. So I'm comedy gold, man. I'm fucking throwing you layups. No, Sergeant McTavish. I love that name. I don't mind. I try to have fun with the trolls. It's kind of like, see, it's YouTube. You're never gonna get rid of them. So what I do is the moronic ones I usually just ignore or just delete them. The ones that are just like tryhards that are like they think they're funny but they're not, I like to eviscerate them. And usually within one or two comments they just quit and go away. Usually they'll say something in all caps like LFMAO at the end of it, like, "Ooh, you got me." But my daughter's 10 years old and she could come up with better insults than these fucking dumbasses. Actually, she's pretty sharp. That kid, man, she's gonna break some hearts when she gets older. I'll tell you what. I prefer to be around white. I don't understand how white's an insult. Like, what is that? You're white. Oh, get it off. Like, you know what? You can see band-aids. God damn it. I fucking love YouTube. Fucking racist. You guys are fun. His legs are skinny. You know what? So twins, here's the thing. If you can't squat at least 3 times your body weight, you shouldn't be talking about what my legs look like. And I can tell right now by your page, you are not a fraction of my strength. So I don't see where you're going with that. And I'm a 51-year-old man. I can squat almost 4 times my body weight at the age of 51. And you look like you're obviously young. You you look like you couldn't fucking fight your way out of a fucking wet paper bag. I mean, you're gonna talk about my physique? What the fuck is this shit? If you tried to get on stage at a bodybuilding competition, they'd probably hand you a mop and a bucket and ask when you're done so they could do the show. Like, what is it like, I'm watching your video, so check this guy's page out. Go to Twins Fitness, and you guys tell me, like, first of all, as a grown-ass man, I would never go to another man's page and talk shit about his physique. I just wouldn't, because one, that makes you look like a bitch. But two, you can go look at your shit and see what a fucking bag of crap you are. What the fuck, man? You can't even bring receipts. Like, you're gonna talk shit about what someone else looks like and you look like that? Bro. I mean, I would definitely take that video and make it private. That's all I'm saying. Oh, god damn it. I'm not a bodybuilder, by the way, twins. I'm a power lifter. And you are obviously not. Because you would need power to be a power lifter. I mean, like, so I'm not even lifting today. This is physical therapy. Guys, if you're a lifter, especially if you're an actual bona fide lifter, and you're a man, don't go on other people's pages and talk shit about their lifts or their physique. Like, that is a fucking bad look. Like, you look like a bitch when you do that. And no, most people are random. They have like a little R with a circle and you can't see who they are. But we can see you. And now it's like, nobody's going to have a good opinion of you. Like, talking about other men like that. And like, what are you trying to do? Call attention to yourself? Like, so if I would have seen your video, I would have said, cool, good lift. Looking good, brother. That's it. You hit me with white boy, like that's supposed to be offensive. If I woke up tomorrow and I looked like you, I would fucking kill myself. For real. I was gonna say, you look like Kobe Bryant after the helicopter crash. Is he still trying? I don't lift much weight. I work on a farm. Hell yeah, redneck. That's what it's about. My boy doesn't have a wedding ring. Someone hurt him once. And he will always remember it. This man is on a mission. Hell. Are you more than a garage power lifter? Damn, no. Not really. I don't do anything of interest. I mean, I could sing you a tune if you like do you like baritone or tenor? Uh, God, you guys are your trolls are just not good, dude. Are you guys bot? Is this? Am I looking at bots? Is that what it is? It's a bot. Because I keep seeing the fucking same insult over and over again. It's like you guys are reading the chat and you can't come up with something better. I don't even know how to work with this. It's almost indefensible. Like to think about it. So you're a troll and you're trying to offend me, right? Some random white boy. And you've now spent what the last 20 minutes of your life trying to like get to me. And after it's said and done, I get offline. I won't remember any of this shit. You'll probably still be bothered by it, but like, what? How do you defend that use of time? Like, what did you accomplish? Like, oh my God, him, man. I called him a white boy. Sing. Wow. I thought his legs didn't look good. Diabolical. Have you wondered why I haven't blocked you yet? Because I'm getting general joy and amusement out of this. Like, I am enjoying this. And I thank you because I was having a rough day. Man, I'll tell you what, this new job, they got me fucking working. Ugh. Sometimes I don't know if I can keep up. Like any job, I'll get used to the schedule. I'm gonna do one set of overhead press to failure, and then I'm gonna do my stretching, and then I'm gonna do some back work. And he got a big behind. Oh wait, I'm not. I'm doing presses, not squats. Whoa. Oh, Lord of mercy. Oh, fuck. I'm still white. God damn it. Thank you, Brent. The chicken Hussarian. 5th Battalion, 11th Marines, Romeo Battery. Hold on, wait a minute. Yeah. I got my challenge coin. Lieutenant General Buck, what the fuck's his last name? Bernard. Buck Bernard. He was the Joint Chiefs of Staff. Let me see your coins, devil dogs. Fox Company 25. Hell. Fuck yeah. Proud Pogue, baby. 0844, Field Artillery Fire Direction Controlman. Papa Spice. God's Whirlwind Shield. Is that Aiden? Is that you, buddy? Mixed martial artist, the one iron rod in your hole, 4 to 10. What do we... So, sign up for a good time here? What's going on? What am I missing? Sorry, Mix. It's just that I didn't want to read about how you have autism and how you're about to be hetero. Dude, Aiden, you're turning into a fucking smartass, buddy. I love it. Yeah. When you see your progeny flower, you know that I actually fought in the Vietnam War. I did not know that. Thank you for your service. It's good to see you stay fit and strong. Thanks, Sarge. Can I call you Sarge, brother? Which side do you cheer for when watching Avatar? Oh, god damn it, neither of them. They both piss me off. Here's what when I think of the movie Avatar, and not The Last Airbender, that piece of shit, I want to see the fucking Space Marines show up on Pandora. The fucking Black Templars. Xenos. You see those little spears? They're gonna shit themselves when he tears the fucking head off that giant rhino thing and shits it on its neck. The goddamn chainsword. All right. Now we move straight to the stretcher yard. Aiden, what the hell are you still doing up? Don't you get school tomorrow? I gotta work too. What time is it? Fuck, it's 11:29. Oh. I gotta be up super early. It's the only thing I hate about work. Is having to get up. It's funny because normally I would get up anyways, but there's something about having to get up. His hamstrings out. Let me change the camera angle here. A little bit better. There we go. Lebenstraum. You're too old for this shit. Whew. All right. Got a little bit of time left here. Is that dumbass, that Down syndrome Timu Kobe Bryant motherfucker still trying to insult me? Twinsy, you still at it? No, Twins definitely takes juice. You can tell by the way his shoulders are and his lats are malformed in proportion to his arms. So, like, his physique is mostly juice, unfortunately. Like, anybody's gonna go anywhere. That's so stupid. Are you 12? Twins, are you one of those, like, Halo 3 screechers? That's like, I'll find you. I'll come hunt you down. Well, first of all, you'd make my day, because I don't think you'd get through my wife. You're one of those guys like, oh, I'll fight you. Just come to where I live. Are you one of those fucking retards? Like grown men. Like, God, are you 2 years old? First of all, you're talking shit to my son, who's still in middle school, and definitely dunking on your dumb ass. Oh. Yeah, I gotta give it to you. You're persistent. How long have I been stretching for? About 30 minutes? And you're still in my chat talking shit. God damn it. And you haven't gotten any better either. Valhalla. You are now a moderator. Bam. So just so you know, Valhalla, the reason why I haven't deleted him or blocked him is because I was hoping he would get funny, but now I'm just keeping around to fucking poke fun at him. And honestly, I'm impressed that he's still going. That's you know, I could use you on the job site. You're probably like a mechanic's helper, or you could hold the flashlight while Dad does all the work. Oh wait, you wouldn't know that because that you don't have a father. My bad. Yeah, you guys don't have to delete him. I'm actually having fun with him. Get some better camera. Thank God. Who could take a baby, tie it to a board, swing it around by its umbilical cord? The infantry can. Let's see if I can get the camera here. But come on. I hate these camera stands. There we go. Let's see. Is that the good angle? I got too much shit in this garage. Yeah. How the fuck do we get luggage over here? Oh shit! My name's off here. I'm a little rusty. A little warm-up drill I like to do. So, I've been cleared to start being able to throw hooks again for my surgery. So I'm going to try some right hooks, light ones. If I can find my glove. It feels weird. I'm a little rusty, so I got it marked. About head height, solar plexus, tenders, there. So that's like 5'10", you know. Ooh, that didn't feel good. Break time. Oh man, my cardio sucks. Oh. Prophet, what's going on, man? The man, the myth, the legend, Prophet Fear. Yeah, it's sent for my height, for sure, Brent. Unknown says I move like a lightweight, but I have the cardio. Well, I don't have cardio. What was your surgery? So, I had my bicep reattached. So, get the incision here and here. The bicep got severed from the ulnar nerve, so they pulled it. Ulnar nerve. The ulnar bone, so they reattached it. They drilled a hole through it. Put some duct tape. Matt Cook, what's up? Number 5. So, I haven't been able to throw hooks with a shock on the bicep. So all I really wanted to do was just, just start like nothing. Because the hook was always my game. I basically take a bunch of beating and I get in, and I always feels good. No issues. Middle East bees. Better watch out for what? Versus John Jones? No. I can hold my own. But John Jones, you'd be watching me run around he probably could catch me too. Angelo, your friend. Thanks, brother, for all those checks that Big Mouth was cashing. Well, I mean, expound. What's the issue? Are we dunking on him, or is he talking shit again? It's like, honestly, I know you guys don't believe me when I say this, but I don't really pay attention to the lifting community outside of my chat. Like when, I try to answer comments, but like people keep telling me like, this guy's talking about you, and I'm like, okay, like what does that do? Like, I mentioned you had all of them. They all come together and make a video, all 4 or 5 or whomever. And that video says the most vile, horrific things. They call me stolen valor. He's called me a bunch of stuff. 10 people see it. And 5 of them come and check my channel out and realize, hey, this guy's actually pretty cool. And now I get 5 subscribers. I don't know how to explain it. I just don't fucking care. Like, if you have someone that says they can lift more than me when I'm doing physical therapy, like, okay, I gotta do more than you. I'm like, I mean, it's great. I'm happy for you. Like, I want to see you lift more than me. Like, legitimately. So that douchebag, what's his name, Twinkle fucker? He came in, he called me a white boy, and he was trying to talk shit, but he's not smart enough to make a. If he would have like said, hey, check my video out, I'm stronger than you. And I would have watched it, and if he was, I'd have been like, dude, that's fucking awesome. That's literally what I would have put in his chat. But instead, he tried to offend me, and then when I went to his page, he was weak and had a horrible physique. He looked retarded. Like, okay, I don't understand why people try to create drama on YouTube and think like, I have a family, I have a job, I'm now working 50, 60 hours a week. and my full-time career, like this is maybe like a fraction of a percentage of my life. And I just don't give a fuck. I don't care if someone's stronger than me. I don't care what they say about me. They have no influence on my life whatsoever outside of the little comments we have here. We have a good laugh about it. And honestly, Prophet, I've been meaning to talk to you because, people tell me things. So I know about the comments you make behind my back, which I'm fine with. I don't care about that. You have a legitimately good channel with good content, and you could be a legitimate YouTuber making a good living off of YouTube if you would divorce yourself from all that petty denizen of YouTube lifting bullshit and like focus on like getting your content out or if anything, like punch up, like punch higher, like get rid of all those motherfuckers, leave them all behind, because your channel could totally evolve into, one of like Boost Camp or I can't think of any of the ones. I can't think of a single name now, but um, well, Bromley, like I love that guy's channel. Like, I think your content's on par with those, and there's no reason why you shouldn't have several 100,000 subscribers. But you've kind of settled for like sucking the fucking leftovers from the bottom of the gravy, and I just don't understand. Like the fact that you would even care what some guy with less than 2,000. Like, I just don't understand. Like, I don't like. Why are you holding yourself back? I endorse you every single time your name pops up. I always tell people that I think you have quality information and they should check you out. And even though I'm hard headed and I don't really follow your advice as much as I should, I've never said anything bad about you ever. And I know you all talk mad shit about me, but like, I don't care. Like, people are like, "Why? It doesn't upset you?" I'm like, it's irrelevant. It is irrelevant. Like, I don't know how to explain that any better. Like, fucking forget those guys, man. Focus on growing your channel and forget about those douchebags. They'll never align themselves to your way of thinking, and you're way too technical and advanced to lower yourself to try to impress some fucking moron that hasn't seen his dick in 10 years. Like, you're probably, yeah. Well, people talk shit. People say you say things. People tell me stuff all the time because they think I'm going to react. And I don't care. Like, even whether it's true or not, I don't even feel bad. It's irrelevant. Does that make sense? Whether it's true or not, like, you don't have to convince me you didn't. And I would just assume you all were because I've seen how you talk about each other. So I'm sure when my name comes up, they're probably like, "Yeah, that motherfucking idiot," and whatever. I don't care. Like, I know how dudes talk. It's like, it doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. Max told me nobody cares about squats and powerlifting stupid. Okay. And oh, I'm gonna stop squatting. Oh my god, Max doesn't like it. Yeah, people try. Believe me, Prophet. Like, the reason why I haven't brought it up is because I really don't care. And they're trying to do the same thing you were doing when, you wanted me to talk shit about Runner Boy when he was saying I don't know if I understood you properly, but it sounded to me like he was calling you a bitch, essentially. And I don't know if you wanted me to defend you, but I mean, I absolutely would. That's like one of the lifts that fixed my back and got me close to 700-pound deadlift. And I've always told people that. But I also see that as like a physical therapy lift. Like, to me, that's not a lift that I would put a lot of weight on and try to beat somebody. What do you think about shark attacks? Is that a serious question? I don't know. Thanks, Brent. I appreciate it. Brent says your channel rocks. I actually did. Bromley put one of my clips in one of his videos, and I was like, oh, he noticed me. Oh my god, I'm such a pretty girl. Just to point out how delusional he was. Okay, yeah. So I see. I was confused. Actually, I didn't really know. I didn't know if you were. Yeah, before I blew my arm out, I hit 720 pounds on the trap bar for a double, which I know the trap bar gives you a 4-inch range of motion, uh, mechanical advantage, and it's not nothing. It's actually significant. Um, so what does that translate to? If I could do 720 on my trap bar for two, I'm looking at 680, 690 for an attempt on competition day. And I fully planned on attempting 700 pounds as my third lift. Would I have gotten it? I think I had a good chance. Uh, let's see, and he's gonna beat me next week, and then you wait 308 by 6, not 315 by 6. Um, so when you say, so he was doing 308 by 6, claiming he's beating you, right? And I would have said, like, damn, you guys are competing doing stiff leg deadlifts? That's fucking hardcore. And I mean, that's a lot of weight for me, you know? I, I, I think I'm a legitimate deadlifter. I think I'm one of the best at my age in history. Um, and I would have a hard time doing those numbers. Best thing about Greece is how I could swim for my cardio. Hell yeah, man. I was never more of a. I love the ocean. I lived by it for so long, but I never liked getting in it. Uh, Brett, have you seen my channel? I mean, I'm not to brag. uh, I'm a bit of a lifter. Like I haven't really been doing like if you look at my videos around March is right when I was at my strongest, getting ready to compete, and I hit 605 squats for a set of five. Did 720 on the trap bar for double, and then bench. I want to say I did 315 for maybe 8 or 9. I'd have it on video. I'd have to go look. So I want to. My opening attempt for bench would have been 375. He's not doing stiff leg deadlifts. He's doing small deficit deadlift. I'm gonna have to. I'll have to watch the video. So I see. I see what you're. Okay, now I understand, Prophet. Now I understand because I was legitimately confused before. Now I understand. Okay, so he's not even doing the same lift as you. So he's saying the weight he was lifting wasn't that much. He was saying it as if to be condescending to you when you're not even doing the same lift because the way you do them is with a deficit and you stretch the lats at the end, which makes it significantly harder and much more efficacious. So for context, guys, if you guys want one of the best back exercises that you can do, go to Prophet Fear's channel and watch his deficit stiff leg deadlift. Am I saying the lift right? Watch him go up and down with the weights. He does a thing, and it's pretty. So now it makes sense. Now I understand. I got it now. Fuck, guys, it's fucking. I gotta get up at 5 in the morning or 4:30, and it's midnight. I want to keep hitting the bag, but I need to go to bed. Oh, this is the first time I hit it in about a month. But I got my stretching in. Arm feels good. I think this probably, you know what? I probably shouldn't overdo it anyway, since this is probably gonna be sore in the morning. I would imagine. You know how it is when you haven't done something in a long time, and you're like, "Oh, it feels great." The next day you can't walk. Oh, that was great. That was smart of me. Tomorrow I'm doing squats, I believe. And I think the program calls for like 510 for a set of 5 or something. Uh, All right, guys. I'm going to go to bed, and not because I want to, but because I've got a new job. I want to show up. I want to be professional. But yeah, no, I understand now, Prophet. And dude, like, I wasn't even saying that you were talking about me to try to like make you feel bad or be like, yeah. I was bringing it up because I was trying to point out how everybody is talking shit, and they're trying to drag me into it, and I'm like, get away from me. I am the prize. And I wanna bring you with me, man. Like you should. You really legitimately should have a channel with 100,000 at least subscribers. Valhalla. Hell yeah. Alex, Brent, Prophet. Until we meet again. I'll see you guys on the battlefield.